down a little bit. Just do a little tilt down, little thing, and okay. One of the things I really want to do is make an EV wire mill. I think that's a big one. Yeah, we get a wire mill. So uh, I got a lot of weird things in my inventory. Boop boop boop. Okay, so wire mill EV. Okay, I had the stuff for it already. That's wild. uh okay, so there we got wire mill. So one of the things I wanted to do is to make me 16x wires, a bunch of stuff. We also really need an assembler, a molecular assembler. We need this badly. Because if I want to start automating wires, I think it's like one of the first things I'd love to do is to get wires. Okay, a little bit of this. Boop boop. More of that. Boom boom. And plus, we also want to be able to start doing these parts. Titanium. We'll get ourselves in there 32 gears. We're going to need to do a big batch of... I never did the titanium ammonite rutile. Yeah, we never did that. We're still doing but we might just have to do that. So bauxite, yeah, we got some raw bauxite ore here to process. We really need some sodium. One of these, and boom, yes, molecular assembler. This is big news. Should also get ourselves a goodie bag. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bop. Ooh, some dense cables. Ooh, 16 acceleration cards! Oh, that's huge. Okay. Okay, yeah, we could that's pretty I mean, the only thing better is if we had gotten like pattern capacity cards, but yeah, because we had no Excel. Oh, we did. We did have some. But you know what? That's fine. Oh wait, we did get 4 pattern capacity cards. Oh my god. Okay.
That's what you need? Or is that extra?
It's just they're kind of spenny to make, and I got it from the loot bag.
Well, there you go. You got a bonus.
Right, now where am I going to put... Well, they can just go...
If I could get stuck again, not charge. Get back here.
Now... Does it need...
I've got the vacuum.
What was
the
it?
bed. Can't have it running.
Okay, device online. Okay. We'll just have that there for now. Forget how this works. I guess that does work. Or no.
Wait, is it not supposed to link up to that and run?
Oh, it's online. Okay. It's been a while, so I'll just couldn't quite remember. But we can also just slap you there for now. We only have 2 of them instead.
ME fluid autofiller. Is that thing expensive?
Not super, but
Do you need like an empty cell? Spring cleaning. Oh, that's neat. You got the port.
No, I need whatever. I'll deal with that later.
MEIO port.
What do I need? Huh?
Got the MEIO port.
What did I need that for?
That part of the quest tree.
No. Well, I'm doing some other stuff right now. Do I have another? What terminals do I got? Give me another pattern terminal. Just slap that there. Okay, so I want to teach this thing how to make all of the wire. Uh, Ones that I use commonly. Copper. Those are the ones that are important right now. Cooper nickel maybe as well. Yeah, we'll just leave it with that. Okay, so we'll go up here and we'll slap these guys in there. So now we've got some patterns set up there. Because, like, for instance, these electric motors, I would like to be able to set up all of this. Now, where this extruder is,
Right there.
this extruder is set up for rods. So, you know, I would love a portable pattern terminal.
You need one. Are you getting more titanium off of
Huh?
Mars?
What?
Are you getting more titanium off of Mars?
In theory, we'll get some. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do a batch of.
Right, we can't figure out how to teleport from Mars from your little magic portal.
No, I have the portal.
Yeah, but get it passed through without going through it.
What do you mean, just like sending items?
Through it, yeah.
Well, later on, we have some teleporter stuff that we can use to move items. It's easier to move items than people, but I just kind of found the cheesy way of doing the teleport people part early. What else is needed in the motor? So we need black steel wire, 2x aluminum cable. Oh, yes. So what I wanted to do is teach the thing that we can do. Oh, pattern. Do I have it? Oops. Nope, I don't have any more patterns. Blank pattern. Do we have a metal bender in this group? No, we should put that up here too as well. That's another major one. Wait, where did my patterns go? Where did I put them in this one? Rubber. Rubber ingot. Rubber. I don't think this has an assembler recipe. It doesn't. Okay. Where's my ingot cast? Um, Hold on, I just need one ingot there. Okay, so then if we go down here, I can tell it these recipes. And then what we're going to do is go back up and we're going to set up a little bit more complicated of a recipe over here. Where is that fluid melter. Did I not get one? Oh, I never did make the fluid extractor. I never made an EV fluid extractor.
You actually made one in its storage?
No, I must have only made
Something else.
it in HV, not EV. Which is fine.
Yeah, you're missing 2 parts.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Motor. No, I just get like 10 of these. Hey, it can. It's doing something. Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. 10 motors. Now, I can't make infinite amount of those, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna plop this sucker right here. And then we're gonna get filter. Okay, I need another one of these. Okay, item filter. Iron bar. Okay, oops. Well, actually, no, that's correct. Backless rubber bar there. Only allow rubber bar here. Bats.
Oh, flaming bats.
Okay. The idea is that if I put this pattern here, this pattern that makes these cables, it needs molten rubber to make.
You got molten rubber?
Well, I got rubber bars.
You can melt them.
So this is going to send those into this chest, both the wires and the rubber bars. Then the rubber bars is going to go into this melter, and then the wires are going to go into the assembler. Oh yeah, we're going to set this to setting 24. And then it's going to put the rubber in here, and then it should. I've already got a bunch, but wait, why do you say you need 15?
What am I missing?
Well, it shouldn't need that many anyway. It's just wonder. Oh, it makes 16 at a time. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, and we got a bunch of. Okay, so if we go back over to here, and I tell it to uh, just facing the right way. Yes. Okay, it moved the. Okay, the wire's in there. Why are you not? Oh, you're not.
It's not feeding.
To insert. There we go. I say that rubber. There we go. And boom, just like that, we got wires.
Oh yeah, are you supposed to build those weird battery generator and
Yeah, that can be dealt with later. That's a later project. That's not a today project.
you need to build a room
Today
to
is
house it
setting
in?
up tiny crafting thingies.
Thingy babobbies. Did you guys
Okay,
done what you
give
need to do yet
me
last night?
motors. So, like for instance, if I wanted like 100 motors, this will tell me that I'm missing
Black steel ingots.
black steel ingots because it needs to craft the black steel ingots to make the black steel wire. It also needs neodymium. So, but I have all of the other things required to make all of these motors. So that's nice. So why don't we set up black steel. We can get black steel dust going. This recipe right here. Uh, it'd be better to do it. So that's what is that? 7, 6.5. 6.5 per, and then 12. So it'd be 12 total for only 5 versus 40 for 25. This recipe's just better. So at least in theory, though this is way less power consumption. I definitely should be thinking about. Well, but how does that? Okay, yeah. Because then it's only the quarter of the power. It might be a little bit slower, but it's a quarter of the power. Okay, fine. Uh, maybe. Yeah, so we'll go. Uh, we'll do black bronze dust is electrum and copper. Oh, but then we also have to do electrum dust. Does black steel require that? Requires gold, silver. Okay. Uh, and then it requires electrum. Is that also just another? Okay, that's super quick. That was for 2 at a time. Okay, but that does. Oh, how many? Oh, I get 5 crafts of that at a time. Oh, okay. That's actually should be about the same amount of time then, with way less power. Oh, let's quadruple all of this. Whoops. Okay, so the mixer. Where's the mixer at? Okay, we'll get rid of all of these old patterns for now. And we'll set those in. And set that to setting 1. And if I want some black steel dust, which I already have some, but if I wanted, like, I say 100, it should go through and it should do everything that's required. May take a little bit, but it'll do it. And it's not using it's only using a quarter of the power that's normally required for one of these machines, so saving power is really good. Okay, put those back in there. Also, that means we got. Is this even used for anything else? Oh yeah, it is used for a couple alloys later on, like red steel and blue steel. But for now, let's just go ahead and blast furnace this. Because, yeah, we always need a ton of the black steel to make those motors and whatnot. And let's teach this thing how to. We should probably. Well, we need a polarizer. But we should get a. What is it called? Uh, the name of the machine. Bending machine. Yeah, we should get a bending machine going so I can set up plate making. Bending. Yeah. We're gonna need multiple of these. but we can start with one for plate making. Like already things are starting to run a good chunk more smoothly, it feels like. Just get a couple things and yeah, so now we'll set this up for setting one. That's for making basic plates. So stuff like titanium plates, stuff and the like can be made this way. So titanium plate, we'll just set up all the plates. Bending machine. And what else? A steel plate. And I gotta find normal steel in this. Not dense. I just want. Oh, is it in here? It's in here. Steel plate. And then we can do tungsten steel plate. What else do we want? Stainless steel plate. And if I wanted more blank, we actually set it up so I can make more of these. But I need aluminum plate, glowstone plates. Okay, so
Aluminum glow.
glowstone is another dad vending machine there. Okay, aluminum plate, glowstone. How do you make a glowstone plate? I believe. Oh yeah, that's a different.
Method.
That's a different thing entirely. We just got. I can make that myself. Actually, I'm gonna make a big batch. Sometimes it's just better to batch craft something.
Just shove it in there.
Yeah, see, look, all those glowstone plates. I'm not gonna have to worry about glowstone plates for a while.
Making a pattern. What else?
And quartz glass is another weird one that I'm not gonna be able to. Well, I could alloy smelter it, but I'd have to set up an alloy smelter up on that stack.
But you probably should. Because who knows?
And I got Certus quartz. Yeah, I got plenty of Certus quartz. Glass isn't an. Well, I have glass. Okay, I
You
don't.
got sand in process to make glass.
Okay. Glowstone plate. Set up a. Oh yeah, no, we're not doing glowstone plates. But we'll set up those plates that we just got done with. So bloop. Also, why don't I So the problem is that these require these.
Oh, I have to make those.
I'll have to, yeah, making these single-use tools is a little bit,
Annoying.
well, I don't even have a,
They don't last long, do they?
probably just batch craft those. This thing is incredibly quick anyway, so I don't need a high-tier machine for this. Literally just give it a tiny bit of molten steel and boom, we got a single ingot of steel gets me 128 screwdrivers. Very disposable screwdrivers, but screwdrivers nonetheless. They only craft one thing and they're dead. Okay, but what was I wanting to make? An alloy smelter. Oh wait, hold on. I don't want to make a pattern for it. I just want to make one. Nichrome. Okay. I can just there's a wire mill in this stack. Wait, what? You're not set for setting is 16. You're supposed to be setting. Wait, hold on. Did this thing tell this one pattern to? Hold on. I don't think it does that, but oh my gosh, it sets the circuit number?
Well, that saves the headache.
What
It's
the
sitting on the.
absolute heck? That's wild. Oh yeah, I gotta set auto output. And then when it's done, it stays a 16, but theoretically a different. So you're telling me that this thing can also that's that is
You have a recipe, and it will put down the code for the recipe that you
yeah. Though the
manually.
assembler's a bit more complicated because I'm melting the fluids as well. But uh so I'll have to do other shenanigans. But so that means that the so I actually should just yeah, don't push if the inventory contains items for the mixer, because that will allow us to actually do
Some
the
manual
more
control.
complicated mixer shenanigans. Okay. So like for instance, there is fine wire as well, fine electrum wire, uh, and that requires a different number on here. So we get that. Oh yeah, we actually should make an alloy smelter just so we can make electrum. But we also could just make electrum by actually would that be better? Hold on. But anywho, I put this in fine electrum wire, and then we'll put a pattern capacity card in there so we can get another row. Okay, so if I say fine electrum, I already have a ton, but let's just Sit there, and it... Oh, nope, nope, nope. It still stayed at 16. Okay, so it doesn't magically... It sets the pattern once, but then that's it. Okay, so never mind. Once the pattern is... Once the pattern is set once, it seems to only do it... Uh, merge. Uh, uh, it's still wild that it even sets it to one time. Okay, well, that time it didn't set it at all. Am I... Am I imagine? I didn't imagine it did that, did I? Aluminum. Uh, okay, okay. I must have just imagined that it did that. Uh, okay, never mind. So we do need to make another wire mill for the fine wire. That's fine. So that was exciting for a split second. Also, we should set up the mixer recipe for nichrome, because we need nichrome every once in a while. Yeah, so we can only... So this mixer, we're doing all the recipes that are setting 1 on here, which a lot of recipes are setting 1, so we can do that. But we'll need another mixer for more exotic recipe numbers.
And you're gonna put it elsewhere.
Uh, oh, wait, I forgot to actually... Oh, well, we can actually just give a pattern for the nichrome wire. What did I need this for? We need a 4x nichrome wire. But we always make wire in 16x first, because it's less power to make a big bundle of wire and then divide it up afterwards. Because if we take a look here, it's 17 seconds for this. But if you take a look at, say, 8x nichrome wire, it's only a little bit less time, but it's half the wire. So you get less and less power efficient when you're doing the smaller wire bundles. So you just make the really big wire bundles, and then you can craft it into smaller bits.
I need to go to bed. Well,
Mm-hmm.
this is pretty much you did last night
Hmm.
in this setup.
I mean, a couple days ago.
I think you were streaming last night.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did.
Okay, and then... So if I ask for some nichrome wire, give it 2 seconds. Look at that, and there we go. Then and then we can tell it how to make 1x.
Alright, going to bed.
Or I could just make it myself. Alright. Or was it 4x that needed? I'll be back. uh, okay, so I got this alloy smelter. Oh yeah, look at that go. I really wish I had some good super dark blocks. You know what? Give me a soul file real quick. Nice, and look at that. We got a bunch of blank patterns. It was that easy. I should set up Okay. Oh yeah. So now we got the alloy smelter. So that means we can do like. Well, I've been making electromagnets in the alloy smelter for ages. It's only 5 seconds to do it that way. It's 10 seconds to do it this way. So if I want to do that, we want to do... Oh, so red stone alloy? No, wait, no, that's a different... Red alloy. We're gonna need to make another tower soon, though. The question is do we want to do extruder? Oh, it's super fast for... I mean, the problem is that different gears have different... Rods seem to like to be extruded. I think we want for gears... Take a look at every random gear. Yeah, so like for instance, this guy, we can extruder him in 26 seconds, or we can melt him in 6.4 with a few extra more seconds. Yeah, 24 seconds at HV or LV and MV. Yeah, it seems to be like again 138 seconds or 6.4 seconds and 1.2. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna need a pair of this for... I mean, eventually, I don't know if we need to do that immediately. But it would be... The thing is I'm only putting 16 channels on this P2P tunnel. This could actually connect over to here and give me the other pylon as well. Singularity crafting storage. Excuse me, what? I don't have a singularity crafting storage in my system. Hello? Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Ding ding. Uh, doing well. Uh, coming in for the Greg. You've been playing some Greg. uh, do. How do I? Okay. So the channels. Okay, we're gonna get 30. We're only using 14 channels theoretically here, plus like one channel for moving some fluids. And then, yeah, so then we do the same thing over here. So we build this pylon. What color should this pylon be? I don't like the marble. I'm just going to be straight out. I don't like the marble for this cover. Let's get rid of this. I think I want something darker or more metallic. Oh, I could theoretically. No, that would be incredibly expensive. One could theoretically make it look it could be the holes of these, the titanium machine holes, and then then this entire thing would be silverified. Though I'd also really like to hide this. So I think we're going to put this needs to go, and it needs to go and wrap up and then hide all of this. And then I can get in from behind here. And then we can see. Yeah, because like this is a ugly looking setup right here. It doesn't really flow. Like this I like. I like how but it has to be done. This has to be set up like this. Well, actually, no. It does have to be set up like this to some degree, because this machine needs to be able to extract back or export back into this device. Yeah. Give me what do we have for some sort of yeah, Grimstone is terrible. Arcane Stone is too expensive. I wouldn't mind some form of brick. Actually, what about... We do have basalt, but where do I get basalt from? Basalt... And there's a bunch of railcraft, basalt thingies. So the moon raw. There's a Britannia basalt. Do I have any basalt? A little bit. But it doesn't seem like I ever... I got this black granite. But black granite, it does have bricks. Wait, ooh, black granite bricks can turn into abyssal bricks, fitted abyssal stone, abyssal blocks. Looks like I can just go straight from this stuff into it as well. Uh, if we're gonna go, yeah, give me a chisel. Give me the chisel. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See, we got a lot of options just from. Let's take a look at this fitted abyssal stone. Gosh, I can barely see the textures on these things. I think my monitor got slightly tilted. Black granite, abyssal block. Take a look at the abyssal block. And black granite bricks from Gregtech. And abyssal bricks. Take a look at these guys. So we got fitted abyssal stone. Looks like that. Black granite bricks look like that. That's just the abyssal blocks, and then we got those. I'm going to say that for something futuristic-y, like an A2 thing, that one's out. These could be good, but I do also just like brick. But that actually could work. I just don't really like the super... I think I'm liking this fitted abyssal stone more. But this is also... This is very Skystone-y without it actually being Skystone. This one is pretty nice. Let's... Okay, so like it would be like you would see. Ooh, that does look good. Yeah, we want this one here, the fitted abyssal stone. We're gonna give this sucker a try. I think this is gonna look cool. And then I just need a curvy thingy mabob. Okay, so yeah, let's just turn everything into fitted abyssal stone. And then how do I make this work? We need a... I don't remember how that one person did that. Uh, is this a slope to half height? Is this slab height? Okay, that is to slab right there. So like uh oh come on. Uh I want it the other way. There. But how do I make... There isn't a... Ah, okay. Well, maybe we go like that. Always faces the wrong direction. Oops. Oops. Okay, yeah, that curve is not good. Plus, I think what I would want is for it to do not that. Can I make this face Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. We would need a small slope if I wanted to. Yeah, because if we do the small slope, we can do, okay, I did not mean to make that many. Something like that. Wait, why do I need it to go? If this wasn't right here, this could be hidden behind here. And that would definitely be a more smoother. Because later on, I'll hide this cable better. Or maybe it should actually have came from... Actually, that would make more sense. I'm gonna run it this way. Hello! We're making crafting pylons, or I'm attempting to. You know what they say, something something more pylons, right? Then if this comes in... For now, we'll do that. Also, I need this to go away. It kind of messes things up a little bit. We're gonna make that. We're gonna remove that little bit. But hey, we're setting up autocrafting. Oh, would that be better? That would be... That's probably better looking than this one. Yeah, yeah. Because then those are the same angle. And then we go in here, put this back in. Now, the annoying thing is that I've kind of lost my item filter because it's in an invisible pipe that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, hold on, I could just attach a chest. I have a random diamond chest in my... But, this is... I have a couple well, I have one pattern for uh aluminum cable in here, and then it puts the rubber bar and the aluminum in this chest, and then we go in uh and so I'll put the rubber bar in here, and rubber bars are never used in an assembling machine. There's not a single recipe that does it. So this will just melt the rubber bar, put the stuff in here, and boom, instant fluid on demand for the assembler. And then that allows... Oh yeah, so now we need to make some more cable anchors. And we'll see how this looks. You know, only thing is, this is kind of, maybe it would work better if I just did full blocks on both sides. Maybe. Maybe it would. But let's get the covers first. Uh, what is it? This, and this. All right, so let's see how this looks. Whoops. So we have this, and then we need to cover this end. I don't know if this is really the best uh block to choose for this, but I wanted something dark. We could have gone Skystone, but I like putting it there so that we get these little split bits. Then we can put the slabs back and see if that improves things any. Whoops. Hmm. So, so this is kind of the idea, right? Now, we also do have more of these. We can cover this up. And then let's finish the yeah, we can put these. Yeah, we're also gonna remove. Yeah, yeah, let me through, dang it. Also, yeah, there is a warning thing. Okay. But yeah, check it. I can finally do something like, for instance, blank. I can make a bunch of blank patterns, and if I hit start on that, that should light up a couple of these machines. Well, it lit up the metal bender. I did make a molecular assembler. Oh, it is doing that. Okay. It's making the quartz glass. And if I go So we would have another one of these right here, and then two more on the other side, is the idea. And then if I need more, I could just crack over to here and just widen this building, and I could add more of these pylons. So I'm thinking that hopefully 14 times 4 different thingies will at least do for a while. So we're going to need like a specific one for gears, a specific one for small gears. Those are going to be fluid extractor melter combos because they're so much faster than the extruder for those. We got plates, rods, and we got plates and rods taken care of, and we got wire and cable. We got an alloy smelter here for some specialty things, electrum, stuff like that. Me temporarily, I'm just going to block this up, and then I'm going to put the slabs. Put the slab. Yeah, the only way I've seen to be able to do this is like this. Then then we'll go into this and we'll make this slow. Oops, what did I break just now? I hopefully I think that was just a piece of cobblestone. But how does that look? I could also just do a normal slope here instead of that, but I mean it's kind I mean it's a thing, right? I feel like that at least works. It's not as cool as the one I saw on that other person's stream, but also I think mine's using is a little bit more tightly packed. So I don't really have the, and also I couldn't remember how they did it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about because I can't remember who actually made this, but they had it. It wasn't vertical; it was horizontal, and it looked really nice. It looked really nice. But this is my attempt to do something of similar. Though I think they had both like a dark color and a light color kind of intermix in there. Ooh, if we put the panels, if we I still got those marble ones. I could mix a little bit of marble in here. Uh how's my I need to Repair that talisman of remedium soon. And then I should have done the corners with that as well. But yeah, that didn't really change the look. It just looks like it's transparent and you can see the back because it's a similar color. I think we just leave that as is. Okay. You know what? That's uh I really need to do something about the warp eventually. Okay, okay. You know what? I think that looks more clean. Yeah, that's more clean for sure. We did not need the extra. Also, give me. There we go. Oh, whoops. Of course, if you look from the back, you can see that it's all kind of I don't think it will. I don't know if I should go for full block on this side as well because if I go full block, then we're in this situation where oh, you know what? I could hide the cables if I build this and pillar down. Yeah, we could totally hide these cables if I was to play my cards a little bit more correctly. But I would have to these would have to be full blocks if I wanted to hide the cables. And then this would have to go down a little further. And then we would bury these down there. We'd have a little bit more power loss. Well, you know what? Let's mess around with the thought at least. Because, yeah, with the facades and the cables, I can theoretically hide almost everything. If it went to full blocks. Oh, gosh dang it. I'm like just slightly too far away from the recharge pylon thing. But just redo this. That bring these devices are back online, I think. Yes. If I had moved the It's so hard to see this stuff. This abyssal stone stuff. Theoretically, I could run the energy cable through here, and then loop through here, then loop backwards. So that it could look as weird as that. So I think it just being double is fine. Really, this should be. And then pretty much we just move that around. Yeah, so the cable would come through here. Oops, wrong one. Gosh, it's just like looking at pain. So, so I think we could do the square tiles down here. Let's get this moved. I mean, sure, I'm gonna be wasting a bit more power, but I think it will be okay. Oh, actually, the power generators can temporarily be right behind here. That would actually fit perfectly fine. I can even cover these up. That's just... This is kind of crazy that that works. Jesus! Ah, gosh dang it, these warp effects. Mm. That one always gets me, the Ender Pearl vomit. Ugh. That one is just Spook City. Hey!
Quack.
I'm making a crafting tower. And I'm trying to hide the cables. But, what do you think of this? Plushie is... Excuse me. Mm. Gosh. Today's plushie is this beaver. Look as it stares into your soul. uh, so it's a line of 8, 2 cable anchors, another line of 8. Behind here is a P2P tunnel and a dense cable currently. Uh, and I'm hiding uh, underneath here is 8x aluminum cables currently, though I only have 3 generators. Where Where's my... Okay, what I want to do is... Okay, I think everything's back online again. But yeah, it's 14 machines. So there's room for... I only had wanted to use 16 channels on this. So eventually I'll have to do some... gosh dang it, I ran out of flight juice again. But the idea is that I have 2 extra channels just in case, so I can do 1 channel to shove fluids into a couple machines. I mean, I probably should be on the stage of many things, but before I decide to make a power plant, I want to actually get auto crafting of most base components now, because this has been a long time coming as well. Like that is okay. I want to do LP logistics pipes. Huh. Interesting. I don't have much logistics pipes going on this base anymore. Okay, I need to give me my chisel. Chisel. And then give me these, and then give me a couple of these. Those are kind of cool looking. Nah. I can barely... The icons for Abyssal Stone are just nearly impossible to see. Okay, give me anchor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then give me 2 of these. What machine even ran out of power? None of these are running. I haven't set up any auto craftings. What's going on? Ah, gosh! I heard a low power sound, but who knows where that came from? See, I need a sound detector. Oh no. Well, good luck. Whoops. Yeah, that's not what I was supposed to do, but poor Cable. Oh my gosh, the bats today. Okay, okay. That's not too bad looking. Probably don't need the creeper faces. What do you guys think? Other than the annoying amounts of bats everywhere. I think I should try making that guardian wisp thing just so it can kill the fire bats and spiders and all the other small time warp creatures that I don't feel like dealing with. Well, okay, so we can get back here and actually work on this just fine. It's mostly accessible. Just don't pay it. Do not pay no attention to the stuff behind the facades. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to do, yeah, gears and small gears. I don't know if that's the next major thing though. I also want to get single-use tools going, but that doesn't need to be in these pylons because there's a lot of different single-use tools, and I can probably just batch craft those for ages. But I do like how this has turned out. I'm gonna just put all this abyssal stuff in this rando chest. But I mean, for my skill level, I don't think that's too bad. Maybe it would be cooler if there was a different stripe, different material back there. That actually could look pretty cool. Oh no. They have returned. Boticus Maximus. Ruler of the Slurpniclarns. So I need to make more I need to make steel. Yeah, because we can make. I could put a cutting machine in this setup. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. No. Extruder already has steel rods. And then we can just. There is also a extruder too. Bolts technically are better made in an extruder. It seems to actually be the best way to go about it too. If I want bolts, just extrude it. Technically, no. What's 1500 times 8? It'd be 3. It'd be a slightly less power if I flew solidified it, but then I'd also need to include the power of melting it. Though it is significantly less power if I cutting machine it. Also, this is LV power instead of MV power, so we can have that to 2 point. Oh, then that actually is the same amount of time. Yeah, okay, so no, we want to cutting machine it. We definitely want to cutting machine it. Even if I fed it water, I think it would still be better, but we can uh well, yeah, the bot could be banned, but I have a how do I it's really difficult for me to actually, yeah, there we go. I mean, after years and years, you just kind of just get used to them. Okay, so we can hook up a cutting machine for bolts plus other things. Uh, and then we will need a. Well, we already have our fluid conduit set up right here. So if I had lubricant or something, we could run that through. So, but for now, we don't need bolts that often for me to really care. Let's just do that for now. It's more that I want to be able to get all of the pieces for. Is there a remote pattern terminal? A wireless fluid pattern terminal. What about normal pattern terminal? Like wireless fluid pattern, wireless interface, wireless level terminal. That's kind of funny, but okay. Wireless yeah, terminal. Yeah, but I can't make these because I can't make these because I can't. I think I could actually make these now. So, am I going to really waste a bunch of LUV circuits for a. I mean, because this terminal doesn't do patterns. So, like, I'm just really surprised that there's like a wireless fluid pattern terminal, but why isn't there a wireless pattern terminal? Oh, you know what? I have those extra couple channels. Well, I also just got channels on this cable here. Can literally just slap you on. And there we go. Now we got a pattern terminal in our thing here. That's going to be more convenient. Yeah, if I take a look at motor, so I set up auto crafting for this. All we're missing now is magnetic neodymium rods. Look, I can actually make 100 EV motors. Not that I necessarily want to, but I mean, why don't we get like a couple thousand black steel dust? We don't have how much storage do we need? Oh, 4 point. But we can do 1,000. We can actually do 1,000. And that's just going to mix up 1,000 black steel dust. I mean, that's just some cool stuff going on right there. I'm gonna need a bunch of crafting storages. Ooh, actually, how about we start doing crafting storage? So, like, say if I want a bunch of these, we need crafting units. So, I should teach it how to make those. So, like, there's crafting units. Oh, and look at this. We can do molten redstone. I can teach it how to make these suckers. The logic circuit, the engineering calculation. Yeah, so I can teach it this plus a redstone dust is this, and then engineering processor. We can actually just say that. Let's multiply that. I want everything to be in batches of like 16. Where's my history? You're supposed to be able to hit up and down, and it goes. Forming press. That's more annoying. I'm just gonna temporarily use this. Where's my forming press? Oh, I can just leave this in here. No, I have to vacuum freezer this? Wow. Alright, fine. We'll make some extras then. Hmm. And then we go over here and we add red dust. We add redstone dust to here, and we add redstone dust to here. I'm sure there's probably an assembler recipe that there's like a couple assembler recipes that use redstone, but this assembler is just not going to do those. The annoying thing is we got anodes that are, so I won't be able to automate anodes in this, but that's fine. And then if we want some, I don't know if I want 16K storages right now. Oh, one molten epoxy and 8 wood pulp. Oh, there is solid glue. I can fluid solidify refined glue into glue. That'd be good for, that's good to know. I got a few more of these good circuit boards. But like basic coated circuit boards, we could even just do the old school recipe for it, to be fair. Actually, there is only the old school recipe for these. I got tons of this coagulated blood, so. Because we need those for the 4K storage, I believe. Old tech that we don't use anymore. Oh, this guy again. Yeah, I want to make just a bunch of. I don't have very many. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right this moment. but I can add that to here. How about stuff like ME interface? I can add that to the need some patterns. Okay, crafting pattern for that. Add we'll add circuit 1 to this. I think we can turn an ELV circuit into yeah, we can shapeless crafting it into that. Should be able to do setting 24 and setting 1 without any major conflicting shenanigans going on. At least in theory. 24 is mostly just for wiring. I want 3 of these. Uh, oh, I might need to actually allow replacements for this one. Okay, so then we need item processors. Item processors. I think this is where the forming press comes into play. Yeah, so first of all, item processor tier 1. Item processor tier 2. These are just crafts. This is the other pattern refiller card. That's actually kind of crazy. Uh, and then we want these forming press recipes. Okay, so those are forming press recipes that we can hook up. Boop, 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 and boop. And then these are just so if I say item processor, I say I wanted 10. We see we're missing the engraved diamond crystal chips. Do those need clean? These things don't need clean room, do they? No, they don't. This this multi-block laser engraver counts as a clean room, right? Sure would hope so. Oh, okay, okay. That will come in handy later. Okay, so like if I specifically wanted some 16K, oh wait, I never made the pattern for 16K and 4K storage. No, I made it for 4K. So 4K storage. If I say I wanted 10 of those, any ULV circuit, we have ULV circuits. Those are those NAND chips, right? Oh, which part of this got messed up? But we do have. Where is it asking for this at? Because it's not in this part. I'm actually really confused on where it wants because we're doing this recipe and at 16 ULV circuits per item processor tier 1 doesn't require it. So I'm actually where does it want that? It says, "Oh, do I just not have enough NAND chips?" Oh, I see. Okay, I see, I see. But if I say I wanted like 3, I can make 3. And then crafting, and then I can make 3 of these. Oh, that one also needs to be set up for the universals. Whoops. Putting things into the... Okay, just allow substitutions on. And then if I say 3 of those. Okay. And then if I take that... Quad core co-processing unit. Ooh. These can only be made in an assembler. Oh, alright. I mean, 4Ks are enough for now. Wait, why are you crafting the 4K storage again? Didn't I already craft those? Uh, what's going on? Oh, that's a different number, huh? Oh, I forgot the molten tin? No, there's molten tin in here. Oh, it needs clean room. Gosh dang it. Alright, fine. Okay, give me my plunger. I mean, I could theoretically attach an interface to... We could set up some automation in here. Why do you not have any? Alright, that should... Okay, yep, it's making it. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. I just wanted to add a couple more. Yeah, we also need to start hooking up, cables. We need to get everything related to cables automated so that I can just spew out tons of those. For now, I'm literally just gonna do this. Uh, there we go. So we got an 8K, two 4Ks, and a 1K. Yeah, so you also should set up neodymium rod. Could hook up a polarizer. So I think that automating polarizer is probably not the most important thing right now. I've only been streaming for 3 hours, but I'm kind of tired. To be honest, I didn't really get enough sleep, but I wanted to get at least a little bit of this in. And hey, I mean, most of it was just me decorating this thing. Let's see how bad is making the cables again. So that's so we can do this. This is an easy one. Well, we can do this step at least. So this is plus a rubber ingot. Boom, that's the cable. And then dense cable, Fluix is 72. That's 1.5 rubber. So we need to double this and put 3 rubber. Oh my gosh. 3 rubber bars. So if I say cable, I can craft these, but I don't have the glass cable Fluix, but we can do that part now. Fluix glass. That's also another assembler recipe. That's these things. And then quartz fiber is wire mill. It doesn't even matter the pattern. Okay, I need interface pattern capacity card. I need my first pattern capacity card for this. Boom. Oh yeah, I mean the question is would we ever want to just hook up multiple interfaces to the same machine? Because we could have planned for that, but then again, we can always just make another pylon. Probably better just to make another pylon. Okay, and then quartz fiber is wire mill. So that's here. It shouldn't matter that what setting we're on. So then if I wanted some cable and I said 200, so we're low on Fluix dust, but we could get 100. We could do 100 of this. And let's see if that ends up working. Though we do have to... Takes a little bit to warm up. But there's the rubber. So it's doing it. It's doing it. It's nice when the plan comes together. Like, that's just actually just working. Okay. Now, how about Fluix? Fluix. We can make a Fluix crystal in a mixer if we add water. That's not a terrible idea. I mean, that's pretty much the only way, unless you wanted to do it in world, but... Hmm. Grinding. So the thing is I have this frickin' industrial macerator now, but I wouldn't really be able to set it up for auto crafting because I don't think if I have an auto craft and that auto and then but the item ends up in a sub network directly, I don't think mainnet would recognize that, would it? Maybe it would? Because if it did recognize an item entering a subnet directly and counts that as completing a craft, there is some shenanigans I could do. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because otherwise some other things that I would have done. Okay, let's just try that. Say I made a pattern that just said rubber sheet, rubber ring. Yeah, it doesn't recognize it. Because it's put into a thing in the subnet, and I can't, can I filter an output bus? I mean, I guess I could. Like, it would be. Probably it would just legitimately be better for small crafting set systems like this to just have a literally just toss an EV macerator onto the tower instead of dealing and using the giant ore processor multi that's mostly there for ore processing. It's not meant to be used in. Plus, there's going to be plenty of times where that thing is going to be jammed doing ore processing. And if I was doing, and if I was to send a request to craft some fluix dust or whatever, it would take forever without a dedicated building. But we could add water to this mixer. What else is this? Water. There's quite a few. I mean, like wet tofu. There's a lot of dyes. You don't really care about the dyes, though. Small pile of clay dust into clay. But theoretically, if I had the special interface, we could just have AE2 send the water to the mixer on demand for the crafting, huh? I should probably figure out how that works anyway. So I would need a ME dual interface, which just requires these fluid processors. Mm. I really should make an infusion interceptor. Yeah, my brain though is my brain is being very slow right now. So I think we are going to end this here. A little bit of progress at a time. I'm still taking a while to get back into the swing of things. Terribly sorry, but hey, who's online? Let's see. All right. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and say hi. Anywho, thank you all for dropping by. We'll see you next time.